Hello and welcome to ADRA in Action. Today I want to talk about how ADRA is taking action against the global hunger crisis that our world is facing today. Hunger is one of the most pressing issues of our time, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to attract headlines like it used to. It may be that people have gotten exhausted listening to the pleas of charitable organizations asking for donations, wary of seeing images of people's sad faces, and never hearing about improvements. Whatever the cause, news about global hunger doesn't seem to spread with the kind of energy and passion that it once did. And yet millions of people in the world go to bed hungry every night. Drought and famine conditions prevail in many countries, including right here in this part of Kenya where we are filming today. After 5 years of drought, most of the animals have died, which in this pastoralist community was the primary source of food. As I have visited in the homes of the people, many of them have told me how when evening comes and there is nothing to feed their children or grandchildren, they have to tell them, "Sorry, nothing tonight, children. Drink some water and go to sleep. Maybe there will be something tomorrow." Today we are filming at the home of Lokamar. Lokamar is a widow supporting one teenage child and 2 children on her own. She said that life used to be good. They had everything they needed. Now the drought has swept everything away. All she has left is a few goats, and they are not giving milk. Lokamar does her best to make a little money for her family by gathering raw material from palm trees that still grow in the dried up riverbed near the village, and with that material makes these beautiful baskets. They're really lovely baskets that she makes, but unfortunately it does not provide much income. It takes her 2 weeks to make one of these baskets, and she is only able to get what would be about $3 from the middleman that sometimes comes to her village. $6 a month does not go very far when trying to feed 3 hungry children. To make matters worse, global forces far away from her village have caused the price of food here to double, and in some cases triple, in just the last 5 months. In other countries, people suffer food shortages because of inflation, economic crisis, the ravages of war, political corruption, or other injustices inherent in our current world system. The World Food Program estimates that in 2022, 345 million people in 82 countries are significantly affected by hunger. Drought conditions in many parts of East Africa, including here in Kenya, seem to get worse with each passing year. One lady told me, "Every day we look forward to the next rainy season, but the rain never comes." Economic and supply chain impacts of the global pandemic are still causing hunger in many homes today. Then in February of 2022, Russia invaded Ukraine. While the onset of this war obviously caused a crisis for refugees and internally displaced people in Ukraine, Moldova, and Romania, there were other effects that may not be immediately obvious. Ukraine, a country which has sometimes been called Europe's breadbasket, had a very significant place in the global food economy. When the war drastically disrupted trade with Ukraine, many faraway countries felt the effects quite quickly. Food items typically imported from Ukraine obviously became scarcer and drove food prices up in general. Russia itself has also been a significant food exporter to the global market. Now, due to sanctions, that food has also been taken off the world market. All of these factors have combined to create one of the most drastic and rapidly escalating crises of hunger that the world has seen in a very long time. At ADRA Canada, one of our highest priorities is to make sure that people have access to food and can take in proper nutrition. We have programs and resources that are designed to bring severely malnourished children back from the brink of starvation. We distribute food kits to meet the immediate dietary needs of families in crisis, while also providing gardening tools, seeds, and training in sustainable farming and gardening practices so that local communities can empower and support themselves on the long-term road to stability and sustainability. If you would like to partner with ADRA in the work that we are doing to relieve hunger and help families become self-reliant, I invite you to visit our website and check out our gift catalogs. Our gift catalogs allow ADRA supporters to donate animals like goats or live fish to a family. This can provide the family with goat's milk to drink and fish to eat, or with animal products to sell. One innovation making a positive difference for families in many of the countries where ADRA is working is the introduction of kitchen gardens. For example, here in Kenya, in Mandera County, ADRA's first response was the delivery of food in 2011 during a prolonged drought. But then ADRA stayed on and continued to work with the community, teaching them how to grow nutritious vegetables in kitchen gardens and how to rehabilitate their pasture land, saving fodder for their animals for the dry seasons. Today, the whole community is healthier and wealthier as their kitchen gardens have turned into income-generating farms. While I visited Mandera, I observed how the first bank was opening in that community, now that they had enough income and money generated to be able to sustain a banking facility. And hunger is not only an overseas problem, however. The struggle of poverty exists at home in Canada too. You have probably noticed this yourself each time you visit the grocery store. Many Canadians are finding food to be prohibitively more expensive these days. But across the country, many people have partnered with ADRA, striking back against hunger. Projects like Giving Back in St. Thomas, Ontario, provide healthy, plant-based snacks and meals to the homeless. The Seventh-day Adventist Church in Moncton, New Brunswick, has been donating meat, cheese, and other food items in very large quantities to feed the poor in their area. And the Marystown Seventh-day Adventist Church in Newfoundland has used a community garden to support people from the early stages of the pandemic until now. ADRA Canada's ongoing campaign, Justice at the Table, aims to tackle this global hunger crisis head-on. Our goal in the coming year is to pour millions of dollars worth of investment into programs that will extend and expand the work we are currently doing to help bring an end to this hunger crisis. There is enough food to go around. Together we can ensure that everyone has food to eat. Thank you for watching today. Please join me next time as we share ADRA strategies to help people become more self-reliant through skills training and small home enterprise. We'll see you then. So long for now.